Alien movies come in different directions. Some bring laughs and just play with a comedic storyline, while others fully depict the true horror of being invaded by extraterrestrial beings. Embedded in the comedic and horror themes lie deeper meanings and truths that have to be unearthed to be found. In this video, we'll be seeing alien movies like Nope with deeper meanings than they advertise. So let's dive in. First up, we have Nope, released in 2022. Like every other Jordan Peele movie, his 2022 alien-themed movie was filled with Easter eggs, references, and deep meaning. So what was the movie about? The movie focused on OJ, played by Get Out star Daniel Kaluuya, and his young sister Emerald, played by Keke Palmer. The siblings were ranch owners who basically took care of horses used in the production of films. Then, all of a sudden, the isolated ranch was covered by a suspicious cloud that didn't shift positions for about 6 months. The presence of the cloud brought about strange occurrences like debris raining from the sky and bizarre electronic interferences. It was later discovered that the unidentified flying object was actually an alien. Peele built the curiosity of viewers, and down to the very last scene, he got everyone glued to greater meanings that regularly reside in his movies. At the center of the movie, Peele drew attention to spectacle and the unnatural human obsession with it, despite the danger it poses. Nope artfully tells a tale of spectacle that has resided in the movie industry for decades, weaved into a thrilling caution of human excessive obsession. Next, we have The Iron Giant, released in 1999. The animated film mainly uses the Cold War setting to condemn the xenophobic apprehensions of that time. Brad Bird tells the story of a huge alien metallic machine and a young boy of 9 years who form a bond together. The metal alien, known as the Iron Giant, used his time on Earth to save the people of the Rockwell from danger. The Iron Giant also redeemed them from their own prejudices and fears. Then we have Alien, released in 1979. The Alien franchise is pretty popular, and the very movie that started it really does have other meanings other than the blood-curdling horror it blends with space adventure. The movie tells the story of the crew of the Nostromo spaceship who responded to a distress call on their way back to Earth, and in the process came upon a planet with thousands of alien eggs. Ridley Scott blended science fiction and horror into a spine-chilling film. The eggs the crew had brought onto their ship housed parasitic aliens that could penetrate the fleshy barrier of the human body. The storyline spins about the abject, highlighting the disintegration of conventional barriers that opposes the fragility of humanity. Next up is Contact, released in 1997. Right from the evolution of technology, there has been intense opposition between science and religion. However, Zemeckis tries to tell a thrilling tale of science and religion coexisting without the strains of opposition. The idea of existence and believing without solid evidence is all revisited through the scientific scope of Dr. Ellie Arroway, while calling into question her own beliefs and emphasizing the importance and essence of faith in the experience of humankind. In the movie, Arroway researches extraterrestrial life, and after years, she finally stumbled on a signal from the Vega star system and tried to decode the signal while faced with challenges. She decoded it into the schematics for a teleportation machine. Up next is Arrival, released in 2016. Denis Villeneuve tells a terrific story of alien invasion while highlighting the paranoid and fearful nature of humans. Earth was invaded by 12 alien crafts all around in different locations, and in an attempt to discover their intentions, Dr. Louise Banks was employed to assess if the aliens had come in peace or not. It appears the aliens had come to seek the help of humans while bringing their language to humans. The aliens would require the help of humans thousands of years into the future, but needed them to know the language in order to help them. Arrival shows why the arrival of alien intelligence shouldn't be treated with fear. Rather, it explores the need for curiosity. In an attempt to learn the alien language, Louise saw her future, although we were confused to see it as her past initially. Then we have They Live, released in 1988. Born during Reaganomics, John Carpenter reports a documentary rather than science fiction with the story of John Nada, who finds a pair of sunglasses that discloses the lies and deception that is buried in society. With the glasses, he could detect individuals who were not humans, but aliens, and they appeared like decaying corpses. Discovering the subliminal meanings hidden in the messages of the media and the government that keep the mass under control, Nada is overwhelmed to finally realize that those behind the so-called social elites were actually skull-faced aliens who are determined to take full control of the world. This is undeniably one of the top occult movies that survived its time and whose messages still apply to date. Carpenter warns the mass in the movie to beware of propaganda and greed. So the question now is, are we truly in control of our surroundings? Or perhaps, are we mere puppets in the play of others? Just who is shaping the content of the media, and are we sure we're not being fed doctored content on the media? Next on the list is The Day the Earth Stood Still, released in 1951. Numerous sci-fi movies depict the invasion of aliens as threats to humanity. However, Robert Wise tells a different tale, spinning the story of a metaphorical messiah to emphasize that sometimes humanity is the actual threat, not external influences. So, what is the movie about? out. You might have seen the 2008 remake of the movie starring Keanu Reeves as the sad messianic alien who came to Earth. The original movie, made in 1951, in some ways has more depth than the remake. A spacecraft landed in Washington, D.C., and just like humans were spellbound by the mystery of Thor's hammer that landed on Earth, this craft was treated with curiosity and caution. Klaatu, played by Michael Rennie, emerged from the craft with his robot Gort, and they both went about trying to spread a message of goodwill and peace. It seems like Wise tried to draw a parallel to that of the Christian Messiah. Klaatu was unable to deliver his message, and a large contributor to that was the tensions of the Cold War. After being critically injured, the duo departed from Earth, leaving a final message to humans. Your choice is simple. Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. We shall be waiting for your answer. The sci-fi classic depicted the anxiety and fears of the Cold War era and the incipient atomic age. Up next is Under the Skin, released in 2013. As disturbing as Under the Skin might be, the movie really tells a story that we see every day, but might be too immersed in it to fully see it. You might have to watch the movie several times to actually see the hidden story it is trying to tell. The female was an alien who specializes in seducing men who fall under her spell into her van. Once in it, they get moved to a different dimension where they essentially become meals. The terrific and daunting aesthetic movie tells the story of humankind, but this time around from the perspective of an outsider. Through the eyes of the female, Jonathan Glazer spins weighty themes such as repulsive objectification of women, xenophobia, toxic masculinity, and cultural resistance. Next up is District 9, released in 2009. This time around, the aliens didn't invade Earth to cause terror or raise fear. Rather, they came in search of refuge. The distraught aliens did not even have anything to offer the humans. However, they were quarantined and placed in an isolated and contained section known as District 9. In this district, the aliens were questioned about their motives and drilled for their sophisticated technology. Largely inspired by historical events of the apartheid era, Neil Blomkamp spins a touching alien story that highlights xenophobia and racism. The aliens symbolize the less privileged, segregated by the humans who represent the upper class. Inspired by true events in Cape Town's District 6, Blomkamp's sci-fi movie critiques the class inequality that was prevalent in Cape Town. Finally, we have Starship Troopers, released in 1997. When the Starship Troopers was released, it was widely misunderstood and considered shallow, with the deeper meaning behind the movie disregarded. The action film was just seen as another violent movie that glorifies bloodshed, totally missing the point director Paul Verhoeven was trying to pass across with the interstellar war between the arachnoid alien species called the Bugs and humankind. The 1997 movie was well ahead of its time, and a closer look at it will unearth the harsh criticism of the United States it embodies. Starship Troopers condemns right-wing militarism, fascism, authoritarianism, xenophobia, and colonialism. And although the first look at the movie is a violent theme, it is actually against violence. And that concludes this video. What other alien movie deserves a spot on this list? Let us know in the comment section below. Bye bye!